collective. This your girl Empress Mare on her ones and twos and twos and threes. I'm about to get ready to do a quick energetic check-in for my collective. If it resonates, it resonates. If it doesn't, it doesn't. Please do not force it to fit if it's not your story. And if you like and love what I do, please like, comment, share, subscribe, and follow on your way out. And I'd appreciate it. Nonetheless, let's go ahead and get into this reading. And this is just going to be a quick general reading. This is for the platform of Beauty Brains and Tarot the Mystic, okay? The platform of Beauty Brains and Tarot the Mystic. So if you are a current subscriber or you may be interested in becoming a future subscriber, please do not hesitate to go over and follow me on the platform. Or if you are not my subscriber and you would like to subscribe, go ahead and subscribe, okay? This is for the platform of Beauty Brains and Tarot the Mystic. This may low-key be like maybe not the best time because I feel like a lot of people probably at work. But if you do choose to indulge in my chat, please be mindful to keep all of your comments respectful. Also, I mean, this is not legal. This is not legal advice. This is not medical advice. This is just predictionary energy. And another thing about predictionary energy is that you have to understand that when it comes to tarot readings, that you have to actually incorporate the fact that it is the idea of free will as well. So you have to keep that in mind, okay? So let's get into it. My intention is to be on her not too long, but long enough, okay? So if you don't catch it now, you will be able to catch it later, okay, collective? And this is for the platform of Beauty Brains and Tarot the Mystic, okay? But let's just see what we got going on. So I feel that my divine feminine collective with whom this reading is going to resonate with, and this is for the platform of Beauty Brains and Tarot the Mystic, okay? These are for my current subscribers or my future subscriber. If you are not interested in tarot, please do not I mean, you can stop at the chat, but I mean, okay, great. Okay, but let's get into it because I know a lot of people at work. This may be the worst time ever, but y'all, if y'all don't see it now, y'all will see it later because it's going to be public, okay? But for my divine feminine collective, it says situational single. It says temporary loneliness, choosing solitude, waiting for better, not settling. So this is for my divine feminine collective. You could be actively choosing to be single. I feel like that you may have tried to attempt to be in a more so specific relationship with someone. I'm definitely feeling like this could be kind of like the energy that we came into as we are coming into the year of 2026. And I feel like it's a lot of significance around this. Is pretty much the type of energy that you're having at this moment. And the reason why I say that is because based off the other cards that I see sitting on the table, it's been a lot of things that people, I mean, I'm really getting some more so of a specific individual. And with this specific individual, I feel like that this person didn't come to you in necessary positive energy. This person definitely could have came in with red flags initially. And with that being said, I feel like that you eventually kind of picked up on those red flags. And I feel like that you kind of made a choice to either detach your energy wholeheartedly or just choose to just take a step back in general, okay? So you just have to take what apply and leave the rest and let it fly, okay? So it says temporary loneliness. You definitely could be a divine feminine who is choosing to be in solitude because while you're waiting for better and you just don't want to settle for less, okay? With the situationally single. And whoever can catch these readings at this time, go ahead and catch it. And I'm also going to attempt to come back on her a little later and upload another one, okay? But let's get into it. And this is for the platform of Beauty Brains and Tarot the Mystic. These are for my current subscribers or people who may be interested in becoming a subscriber. Also, this is a tarot reading. If you are not interested in tarot or do not agree with it, please do not hesitate to keep going, okay? And if you are going to sit back and enjoy the live, for those of you who have a genuine interest in this, please keep your comments respectful. This was someone that you could have chosen to detach your energy from because I feel like this is someone that you had involvement with for a while, right? And with you having involvement with this person for a while, I feel like that this person kind of did a lot to kind of keep you from seeing what their true intentions was or keep them from just genuinely seeing who they are as a person. And with that being said, this is why we have the situationally single. And I feel like that hold on, y'all. Hold on, long. Everybody want to call. Okay, hopefully that works and I don't get them no calls. So I apologize for that. So you begin to initially realize that the reason why this person was trying to, because you could be someone who got some type of spotlight on you, or even if it's not like spotlight as in like physically spotlight, like a social media platform like YouTube or some shit like that. It could just be that you could be someone who could be exceptionally stable. I feel like that you could be, this could be stability that you kind of worked on for a while. I'm definitely getting a lot of energy around even entrepreneurship. So, and I'm, for whatever reason, when I see clout chaser, I'm seeing that you got some type of social media presence. It's some type of content creator. It's some type of social media platform. You could be really present on like Instagram, Twitter. I'm getting a lot of energy around Facebook. I feel like you got a lot of followers and stuff like that. So the reason, and I feel like what you began to realize is that the reason why this person was initially attracted to you is because they were chasing clout. And with the clout chaser, it says doing anything for attention, fame, hungry, desperate for followers, anything for a like. And I feel like this is like basically where they were coming from. So when I'm seeing this, it makes me feel like that this person even was giving me potentially energy vampire in general, okay? And I feel like when you begin to come to this realization, you begin to see that this person was actually in reality really had behind the mask. And I feel like that this person kind of initially came into the situation in some shape, form, or fashion being blocked emotionally. I feel like that, or either it was like love bombing energy where like if you be like, okay, well, I think we should go our separate ways, or maybe if you express any type of dissatisfaction with the way that they were doing things or handling the situation, I'm just getting that you could have potentially been like, well, you could have said a couple of times throughout the time that the direction that you was with this person, you could have been like, well, I don't think this is gonna work out. I'm not really feeling like that we are on like the same page. I'm getting a lot of energy around a conversation along those lines. I'm even seeing there where it could have been actually like text messages and stuff too. Like y'all could have been texting. Some of y'all could have had one-on-one conversations, but for whatever reason, before you made the initial decision to officially detach yourself from this person, it was a lot of energy around this person was hiding behind a mask. And with that, it says, behind the mask, it says hidden emotions, concealing true self, afraid to show reality. No one sees the real me. I feel like this person kind of went above and beyond to kind of like conceal who they really were. In general, and I feel like that kind of worked with you as a divine feminine until it didn't. And also this could be a masculine and feminine energy as well, okay? And then I feel like that you kind of got up on it, okay? I'm seeing broken promises. I'm even seeing like catfish probably could have told you that they had more emotion than what they really had. And I feel like that this person talked a lot, but I feel like when it was time to put action behind words, I feel like this is where you kind of came into issues with this person, okay? Because it is saying energy around broken promises, disappointed expectations, failed commitment, lost trust. Words, it meant nothing. And I feel like that initially you began to realize that really this person was just really a lot of talk and not really action versus just talking, just running their mouth a whole lot in general. And I feel like you gave this person a lot of opportunities, because when I see promises, I feel like that this is something that could have happened multiple times. And with that being said, I feel like that every time that you gave this person an opportunity, I feel like, okay, they may do well for a minute, and then eventually somewhere down the line they kind of like start messing up again, or kind of like revert back to like past things that they had going on. And now it's like you're on some type of spiritual journey, some type of ascensionary process. Like you just trying to, I feel like that you even could, with you choosing to be situationally single, it make me feel like that you're more so focused on just personal and spiritual growth at this moment, in general, okay? Because I feel like that you done had your share of like empty promises in general. It says ascension, spiritual growth, higher awareness, next level consciousness, elevating myself. And I feel like whereas you was putting that energy into having a relationship with someone else, I feel like that you have made the conscious decision to start putting that energy into yourself. And with you making a conscious decision to start putting that energy into self, this is where we have this ascensionary process going on. But this was after you kind of detached in some shape, form, of fashion from some type of person that was more so of a clout chaser. This person could have been coming in and more so opportunistic energy, coming in, breaking promises, just really not holding up on their side of the bargain. Trigger. I feel like this person triggered you a lot. I feel like this person made you kind of have a lot of remembrance of your past. I feel like that you could have had a complicated upbringing. I feel like that this person kind of had you more emotional than anything. And I felt like it was kind of like blocking your expansion process. It says emotional reaction, unresolved wounds, facing past hurts. Why does this bother me? And I feel like this person, and I feel like, honestly speaking, this is like what triggered you to go into this spiritual ascension. It even could have triggered you to choose to isolate yourself, because I am getting isolated energy. I'm not getting isolated energy like you going crazy on some shit. No, I'm not getting it. That's damn. Okay. Hello. Okay, she hung up. Hello. Okay, so you're gonna have to come back to that then. You're gonna have to come back to that tomorrow, and you're gonna have to figure out what's your actual court date. That's what you're gonna have to do. And we'll have to find a notary or something. Okay, well, just go back. Hmm. Okay, well, TT, just go back to the drawing board. Just do whatever she say, and you probably gonna have to take physical copies. It's okay. Okay, babe. Okay, babe. Bye, bye. Oh goodness gracious, child! I was trying to get out of it. So back to, I apologize, but so with that being said, I feel like this person kind of left you more so triggered than anything. But I feel like instead of you taking this, like, I feel like it could have hit you in a negative way. Say, for instance, it did hit you in a negative way, right? Maybe it did hit you in a negative way. Maybe it kind of had you on your ass. Maybe even could have had you depressed in some shape, form, or fashion when this kind of like came to a conclusion that this person really wasn't necessarily who they presented to you to be. Because I can't help but feel like it. Hello, baby. Okay, well, you can tell me about it when you get home because I'm on live. Okay, baby. Bye. It's gracious. She calling me like crazy. And I feel like I feel like it triggered you. I'm even seeing that this person, like say for instance that you are a person that got social media presence, or you could be a person that have strong influences, right? You got a person that got you a person that got strong influences, right? But see, another part of this trigger card that I'm getting is that this person actually could have went out of their way to like, or maybe it, you know what? I can't help but feel like that this person actually went out of their way to embarrass you, because for whatever reason I'm getting like sabotage energy, like they're trying to. I mean, you can go ahead, ask a question. Yeah, so whatever. I'm like they kind of went out of their way to kind of like do some shit that like pissed you off, but it make me feel like that they was doing it like for attention purposes, or they could have did something on social media. Basically, they even could have like tagged your followers, tag your name or something, like to have some type of public embarrassment. And they maybe didn't even look at it from their perspective, but whatever it was something that really initially disrespected whatever it was that you have been trying to establish. And just to top it all off, it was a lot of energy around them not really just coming in being who they claim to be. So what's the question? Does the Aries know? I have no clue. And if you need a personal, you will have to inbox me, okay? I don't know. You would have to inbox me. My information is in my description box. I'm not sure. Does the Aries know? I'm not sure what that means. I don't know what that means at all. But you can always inbox me and we can set up a personal like a personal meeting if that's what you need. But I don't know what that means. I'm not even sure what that means. Okay, so with that being said, and I feel like instead of you allowing that shit, because I can't help but feel like you are single and you are actively going through an ascensionary process. I feel like that you recently got out of a situation that triggered you pretty bad, but I feel like that maybe even if it kept you down on a temporary basis, I'm definitely getting to where you transmitted the energy. This very well, in some shape, form, or fashion, could even be the extension of the short I just did, because I'm seeing that a lot of this negativity that occurred, this was a lot of the energy that came out of 2025 and years prior. I feel like that you actually could have been dealing with this person from 2025 and years prior. I feel like that you could have actually made the decision to kind of detach your energy now. I'm getting it. If you haven't completely detached, but those of you who I'm talking to, if I'm gonna be honest, you kind of did already physically attach from this person. Okay, you just don't have a genuine interest, because I feel like that it wasn't about what they did. It makes me feel like you look at it from the perspective about, it wasn't necessarily about what they did. It's more so about, does the Aries know I love them? Okay, well, that's cool. Ain't nothing wrong with loving the Aries. Nothing wrong with loving the Aries. You can love whatever zodiac sign you want. But with that being said, and I feel like that you transmuted that energy. It's a CEO energy into a positive, from a negative to a positive. It says taking control, natural leadership, confidence, and business. I'm the boss. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like where you could have been emotionally out of whack, I see that you have made a lot of improvement. And with you being emotionally out of whack, I feel that eventually you transmuted that energy to a positive, because I was getting that you did have to overcome a lot of challenges and obstacles from someone that you dealt with in the past, and situations that you dealt with in the past. It could be a number of things that kind of like presented you with challenges. Mirror, mirror. And I feel like that you kind of put yourself in separate and self-reflectionary energy. And I feel like that as you was going through this, it kind of allowed you to see where you messed up. Because I am seeing a lot of energy around you just basically had to face the music and kind of like take accountability for the way that you kind of let this shit going down. And then it say divine timing. So I feel like that a lot of things are coming to pass like right now as we're going into this year. Okay, collective. And then it says divine timing, patience required, trust in the process, perfect timing when it's meant to be. Okay, and I feel like that now it's meant to be. And another reason why I'm definitely picking up that this person could potentially not really be like, it says patience required, trust in the process, perfect timing when it's meant to be. That's what it's saying. And I feel like that this is why this ascension process is going to become more prominent, like now, like this year as well. And then it says mirror, mirror. Like I said, I am getting a lot of energy around shadow work. I feel like that this is something that you had to do on your own, but I feel like that where you did have to do this on your own, I am seeing to where you successfully did this. It says shadow, oops, the wrong way. It says shadow work. It says facing hidden fears, exploring dark emotions, accepting imperfections, meet your darker self. And I feel like after this, it kind of left you into a predicament to where you really had no choice except for to face those demons. I'm really seeing demons, the shit that you didn't want to face in the past, if that makes sense. And then it says mirror, mirror on the wall. And that's why I was getting that self-reflectionary energy, right? Facing yourself and others, reflective relationships, self-awareness, what you see is you. And so I feel like you had to kind of step outside yourself to kind of like come to the realization that, okay, well, if the situation did take a turn for the worse, if I did allow this person to disrespect me in whatever way you felt like they disrespected you, disrespected your brand, disrespected what you were trying to establish, offer, end up initially embarrassing you, I feel like that you have to take accountability for that first. But for whatever reason, I'm saying that this is something that has already transpired. Okay, and this is why we have this divine timing card. And I feel like that when you were going through that, I'm definitely getting a lot of energy around you. Even could have felt like, damn, am I ever gonna get over this person, over this situation, and how they disrespected you? And I feel like this is coming to pass because you did choose to enable boundaries. But I feel like that you began to understand that boundaries were important after you kind of was issued this disrespect by this person. Okay, because I'm getting that you did have to, that's that overcoming obstacles and challenges. Okay, and now you have this status upgrade situation that's going on in general. Okay, because it does say status upgrade. It says that you began to say no firmly. It says that you potentially decided to protect your peace. I feel like that at this point you have decided to set limits clearly, and you also have gotten to the point where enough is enough. And this is where you initially decided to detach yourself from this person. And then also we have this energy vampire that's coming up, because I feel like I'm getting that this person gonna try to resurface. Okay, the same person that kind of like issued you this disrespect, I feel like they're gonna attempt to resurface, because I am seeing energy vampire. This connection connection was initially draining when it was draining. I feel like that this person really had more so of a negative influence than a positive. And I feel like that this person did put you into the predicament to where you felt like you had to protect your energy. Okay. And it was time for you to cut the cord. But for whatever reason, I feel like that you successfully overcome this, because I'm actually picking up that this was a test. This was a test that was issued to you from the universe. I was getting it. It's an extension. I may even try to upload the other ones that I did, even if I upload them on a every other day basis. But you may be able to catch the extended. Depending on how this reading ends, I'ma just see if I'm gonna try to attach it, because I was getting a lot of energy around. It was just like you kind of you was being tested, like tested before this breakthrough. You was being tested before a breakthrough, right? And this is why we have this status upgrade. This is why we have that you have to enable these boundaries, right? You was dealing with someone who initially had commitment issues, which I feel like initially, which I feel like initially this is how they came into it. Like, they was coming into it with the commitment issues. This person was someone who presented you, and I feel like you had kind of like a pattern, because I feel like patterns. I'm feeling like patterns. It says afraid to settle down, avoiding intimacy, fear of loss of freedom. It's complicated, but I feel like these are kind of like the situations that you find yourself in quite a bit. And I can't help but feel like as we are going into this year, this is where you're finally putting your foot down as in regards to the situation of our feminine collective. But I am getting a lot of some energy like this person is going to slightly, or if not this specific person that you detach your energy from, you may get tested again before it's official, because the universe is trying to like test your boundaries to see if you learned your lesson the first time. It says spill tea, secrets exposed, gossip spreading, leaked information, oops, it's out. Yeah, and I feel like that this is what happened. This is what happened. And I feel like also this person, when I look at that, I'm looking at it from the perspective to say like, you could have been with this person for a minute, right? And a lot of people kind of know what's going on. They know it. But this person even could be, now I feel like it's being brought to light that you really don't fuck with this person, because even if this person from the past don't physically try to like attach back to you, which for a lot of my collective who this particular reading is going to resonate with, they are, but they're going to still try to get clout off your name. But I feel like all of that is being exposed as we go into the new year, because now the T is where when people saw you, they could have saw this person. And then, but now it's like this person is still trying to keep this facade, because for whatever reason they're trying to display themselves as still being attached in some shape, form, or fashion, right? But at the same token, now all that is being revealed, okay? And another part of that was what they were trying to initially keep you from finding out, basically seeing them for who they really are. That's what was spilled. And I'm even getting that it could have came, because especially if you were like a major social media influence, which for a lot of you guys, y'all do have a major social media presence, that was one of the secrets that was exposed. One of your followers or someone who know you, also could be like a mutual friend group. They actually could have came to you and told you what this person was about. But I was telling you, I was getting a love bombing energy, as if this person gonna try to come in. If it's not this person, be mindful. If it's not this person, right, you're gonna have somebody that's gonna come in similar energy. But this is a test, so I feel like that I should be letting you know that you need to prepare for a test, because you're gonna have somebody that's gonna come in trying to love bomb you. For a lot of my collective who this reading gonna resonate with, this is really the person that you had to detach yourself from energetically. This is who you can expect messages to come in. Okay. It says love bomb, intense affection too quickly, excessive attention, overwhelming charm, hidden control. Or either this was one of their tactics that they use in order to try to keep their access to you in general. Okay, collective, let's see what popped out. It says a luxury life, comfortable wealth, indulgence, enjoying rewards because I deserve it. Because yeah, now you deserve it. And I feel like this is something that has been very, very evident the whole time that you've been dealing with this person, okay? And I was like, you going into this moment. But I feel like you're only able to really, really indulge in this moment of life only because you passed the test, because you passed those trials and tribulations, because you made more valid decisions to detach yourself from this energy, because they came in fake energy. And although as much as they tried to keep that from you, it was still something that surfaced, that of the fake ass energy that they were in. Fake love, it says fake perfection, artificial beauty, unrealistic standard, filter beyond recognition, or even shit, some of them could have even had a filter on. This could have been someone that you met online, right? This could have been someone that you met through a mutual friend. It could have been someone that you met in any shape, form, or fashion, but hell, you got into a little too deep. And I feel like this is also one of the lessons that you learning from this situation. And I'm honestly getting that this is something that has already occurred. Yeah, because this person was trying to keep you in some type of side piece energy, or like Yeah, sad piece. Sad piece is the same as multiple options. I'm just gonna be honest. But well, it was just fake. Like the person or this person always could have had other attachments. It could have been another thing secretly. Because it do say secretly text messages. You even could have found text messages in the phone. They you could have found out how they really feel about you through text messages in a phone. It says secret romance, hidden affairs, being second choice, only late night calls. Okay, but I feel like that you finally make the decision to close this off, and this is why we have this leveling up process. This status upgrade that's coming. It says closure, letting go, ending a chapter, emotional release, finally free. False alarm. It says exaggerated panic, unnecessary drama, overreaction to minor events, much ado about nothing. Right, and I feel like that they just made up a lot of shit. But even because I'm really getting a lot of energy about like a social media presence. So it was just a lot of capping ass shit they was doing, and you could have finally made the initial decision to break the cycle with dealing with this person, okay? Because I'm getting a lot of energy around this past tense and you learned your lesson. But I'm seeing that the universe gonna come in and try to test you again. It says ending harmful patterns. Remember I said you might have a pattern of kind of like a certain type, but you know how people say that you don't need to date your type, especially if you a type of feminine energy that kind of always make the decision to date the wrong type of person. Sometimes it's not good to date your type. And sometimes you need to date people that, and I've heard this, they say that you should date people that's in love with you versus you being in love with them. And I'm getting that this is one of the lessons that you learn, because I'm seeing that it's a certain characteristic type that you continuously choose to pick. And I'm saying that if you even have completely closed out the door with this particular person that we're speaking on at this moment, if you even have, I'm definitely saying that you may even have to be, but I'm honestly saying that you may not even get tested, but I see that you passed the test, right? And I see that you kind of caught it before it got too much out of hand, or you could have initially made the decision to finally say no and mean that shit with this person, and whatever the case may be. Okay, it says breaking cycles, ending harmful patterns, freedom from repetition, new beginnings. It stops with me. And I feel like this was the initial decision that you made, and I'm getting a lot of significance around the New Year's, although I don't like to be cliche, because I know a lot of people got New Year's resolutions, etc., etc. I don't really get off into all that, but I'm just saying you just kind of like initially made the decision to move forward. Yeah, because why? It was a toxic ass love situation. Yeah, toxic ass love situation, literally like a toxic ass love situation. It says toxic. It says pain disguises passion, addictive patterns, harmful attachment, can't live without. And it's giving me the bad, like you can't live with them and you can't live without them. But I feel like because we got the situationally single cards that popped up, I feel like that you finally make the decision that guess what, I'm gonna live without them, because you are actively going through some form of an extension process, and what you're going on and going through this extension process, it's best for you to detach from people, places, and things that no longer resonate, because I feel like this person would do more harm than good. Okay, I'm definitely seeing that this person, just be on the lookout. I'm hearing slide in your DM. They may try to reach out. They may try to reach out from like a platform or something that you don't recognize. I'm even seeing a text now number is another thing that I'm seeing. Or if you got them blocked, for instance, on all they text now number, because I'm getting a situation where you actually could potentially have them blocked on all they text now numbers. I'm getting like the motherfucker one right for you, but I'm just getting they steady kind of pursue your ass, like for whatever reason. Hustle mode, yeah. And I feel like that you just blocked everything out. And I feel like you should keep blocking everything out, because you just need to. I feel like that's what you're doing. And that's why we have that situationally single card. That's why we have that. Because you like, hell no, I'm not finna keep, you know what I'm saying, doing this. And I feel like you just had to finally make that decision that enough is enough. Like I'm not dealing with that shit. And ain't nobody finna keep having me going into panic mode just because I'll call myself want to be in a relationship with them. Them cards would fall. It says hustle mode. It says grinding hard, ambitious, drive, determined effort, sleep can't wait. I feel like shit. You looking like shit. I sleep when I'm dead. Thank you for the hearts. You saying I'm asleep when I'm dead. Like you like fuck it. Like this person tried to play in my face, tried to play on my top, was trying to come in and manipulative energy, trying to keep me from seeing who they really was the whole time. I see that though. That's what I'm saying. Like, and you just like fuck it. Let me just put this energy into myself. And you want, and then it's so crazy because guess what card I just picked up off the ground? And I'm finna show it to y'all. The card I just picked up off the ground was guess what? Self-made. Self motherfucking made, because that's what you did. And instead of like, I ain't gonna say you didn't cry about it. I ain't gonna say you didn't lose sleep. I ain't gonna say you ain't do none of that shit when you found out this person was really like on some bullshit. But I am saying that you did all that. But this is where you passed the test. Yeah, you cried. Yeah, you lost sleep. Yeah, you was fucked up about it. But where you passed the test, and the reason why the universe is finally setting the old scores for you is because you chose yourself. You finally chose yourself, and you chose to invest in yourself. And because you chose to invest that energy and put that love back into self, this is why you are being blessed immensely as we go into 2026. Okay. That's why. And because instead of you being down on your luck, instead of, because you could be a motherfucker that instead of you feeling sorry for yourself, you boss the fuck up. That's what I'm getting. Like, instead of you feeling sorry for yourself after this individual played in your fucking face, I see that you bossed the fuck up. And I feel like that you was like, I'm just gonna hustle, I'm just gonna run this money up, I'm just gonna take care of my business. That's what I'm on. Because whoever this person is, it's a toxic love that you initially decided to go through a closure with. The reason why you decided to do a closure with, because they were coming into your energy in fake ass energy anyway. But I feel like as a feminine, and because of the situations that you experienced as a child, because I'm seeing a lot of energy around inner child, and because you kind of was raised up in maybe toxic environments, this is where we at with it in general. You know what I'm saying? And so because you chose yourself, and this is why we got these blessings. Hey, 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 how y'all doing? Hey y'all, welcome to my live. Welcome to my live. Welcome, welcome, welcome. So yeah, you decided to close that door on that toxic shit. It says closure and it says toxic love. And this for the feminists that I'm talking to, you already did this shit. You already closed this shit out. And the reason, and because you closed this shit out, this is what's happening. Status upgrade. That's what's happening because you closed that shit out. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what? I'm good. I'm cool. I'm good, P. I'm good. Hey, 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 welcome to my live. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Yeah, so you like, I'm good. You chose yourself. You like, you know what? Since you want to play games, guess what I'm going to do? I'm just going to respectfully get the fuck on. That's what I'm going to do. Respectfully, though. Like, you just like, respectfully, I'm going to get the fuck on. You know what I'm saying? Even though they fucked you up. Even though you was like, now you like, damn, I'm good. I just be by myself. Yeah, I'm good. I just be by myself. I'm good. Situationally single. Not like you have to be. You know, because I feel like you can be a bad motherfucker in your right. It's like you're choosing to be situationally single. The reason why you're choosing to do that is because why? You are on what? You on go mode. You on hustle mode. You trying to run up that money. You ain't really got time for a relationship. You ain't got time. The reason why, because when you did, this motherfucker continuously broke promises over and over and over again. And I feel like that it was a type that you were attracted to. It was a type. It was a type that you, and this was a type, and this is a type, and you left their ass where they had you fucked up at. Hey, 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 welcome to my live collective. Hey, 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 welcome to my live collective. Yeah. Then clickbait. It says misleading headlines, empty promises, exaggerated truth, not what it seems. They came in on some catfish ass energy. Hence the reason why. What that Photoshop card is? Remember when I was saying that? Where is that Photoshop card at? I said to myself, I said they came in hand behind the mask any fucking way. Look, they came in on fake shit from the beginning. Now, did it take you some time to realize this individual was fake as hell? Of course it took you some time to realize they was fake as hell. But that's okay because you know now. You know now what you didn't know then. And since you know now what you didn't know then, you're closing the door. And not only are you closing the door, your status is upgrading because that's not what resonates with you no more. And I feel like you successfully passed the test, collective. That's what I'm trying to get at in so many words. Okay. But let's see what other energy we have before I get off here. But hey, welcome to my lab. I hope everybody been having a positive and productive day. Once again, if y'all don't catch this reading now, you'll catch it later. And once again, I am going to try to pop back on here for another hour later on with some more content. Also, I got more content uploaded as we speak. Okay, collective. Yeah, so I just uploaded some shorts, and I only got to upload some shorts, and I'm actually feeling like that while I'm doing this reading, it's making me feel like some videos that I posted that I haven't uploaded yet. It's kind of making me feel like this is some extension of that. Yeah, I told you, didn't I fucking say it was a catfish from jump? I said this shit was a catfish from jump. Like, bro, I just fucking said it. Like the man, whoever this person is, this individual, it even could have been a feminine, you know, because some masculines can resonate with this. I ain't gonna take none from y'all. But like whoever this individual is, like they came in on fake shit and you caught them just in the nick of time. And because you finally made the decision to choose yourself, this is why this is going on. And I think I'm through with that deck. But let's see. Let's get some general tarot to see what why would these cards be flipped backwards? Let's see. Six of Wands. Didn't I say that? Why the fuck the Six of Wands was on the bottom of the deck? You see that? It's like you got an expansionary process going on. Like you really glowing up in real time. Like this is, and I'm getting that shit is in real time. Like this really what's going on. Like this is really what's happening. This is happening, and I'm getting a lot of energy around. Okay, yeah, welcome, welcome, welcome. Welcome to the live chat. And just if you're gonna stay for the chat, just keep our comments respectful, okay? So with the Six of Wands energy coming out, also Aries, Leo, Sagittarius energy, you can be an Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, or the person that you have kind of closed this cycle out could be an Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. So crazy because someone popped on my live and they said Aries. That's so crazy. And this is one energy out top, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. And so it's like now that's that you like Catwoman and shit. You coming through like Catwoman. You come through like Catwoman, like, bruh, you coming in stumping on shit. You hear me? Like, for real now. But it was only, ooh, you know what I just seen? Some of y'all actually could have an OnlyFans. Cause why? You know what I just realized on these dang on cards? The card says OnlyFans legit at the top. Look, it says OnlyFans. Can y'all see that? That just say OnlyFans. Some of y'all can have a OnlyFans, but like I say, I'm just seeing that you stepping into power as the year start. Okay, I'm getting energy around on Six of Wands energy. Anything else? Up there we go. What's this? Oh yeah, Five of Swords. Didn't I just say game over? The Five of Swords energy. It just came out. It say game over. It say game over. Like you passed the test. And you know how I say game over, time to go to the next level. That's what it is. Remember when I said that? It say game over. Like it's I got a game in my head. It say game over, leveling up process. Like that's what I'm seeing, game over. That's what I'm hearing with the motherfucking six mind, bruh. Time up, game over. Time up, game over. From Six of Wands to the Five of Swords, because time is up. Your time is up. This energy vampire, this motherfucker that was coming in fake anyway, yeah, time is up. Yeah, it's time up for that shit. Like, you wrapping that stuff up expeditiously, okay? With that Five of Swords energy. Play and then look it say, game over, play again. Look, y'all, this is so weird. I never even noticed this on this card. But it say, look at this. I gotta show y'all the details of the card. It says, listen, you see, this says game over. And with the game over, it says play again. And guess what was clicked? It says no. I'm not playing. Like, you like, no, I'm good. I'm not playing no more. I'm not playing this game no more. Like, no, I'm good. So this is where you enable those boundaries. Say game over. No, I'm not playing this game no more. I don't even feel like playing with you no more. I'm literally hearing my collective say, like, I don't even feel like playing with you no more. And I'm not even finna let you play with me no more. That's literally like, I don't feel like playing with you no more. And because why? You in Six of Wands energy. You trying to go and you trying to go through this ascension process. Ascension. Let me show you. Look, it say ascension. It say ascension. Just in the nick of time, you wrap that shit up just in the nick of time. Not only that, guess what? It say divine timing. Because why? The time is now. The time is now. And you through playing games with people, places, things that don't resonate. And when it comes to this person who I'm talking about, who was initially coming in catfish energy anyway, they was playing anyway. And now it may have took you some time. It may have took you some time. You know, it may have took you some time to come to that conclusion, but you did. Now, did you have to over? Yes, strength, which is basically still the confirmation of what I was already saying. And I don't even know, because they may say something. I ain't know that was on there. That's a pretty exclusive card. But it say, I'm going to just try to cover this up, but it says the strength card, okay? It says the strength. And this was, hello, how y'all doing? Welcome to my live. Welcome. So with the strength card, it says like it took you a lot of willpower to initially make the official decision to enable those boundaries, but with the Six of Pentacles, you know what I'm saying? To initially, or even to make a valid decision to like balance off your energy, because I can't help but feel like that this person kind of left you all the time still feeling a void, which would be the reason why the toxic love card came up. The toxic love, it was a lot of imbalancement when it came to the connection with the Six of Pentacles energy. You know, it was a lot of imbalancement. That's that toxic love shit that I was talking about. So then we have the Six of Pentacles energy, which is Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, Earth energy. You can be a Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. The person on your mind could be a Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Another energy is Aquarius, Libra, Gemini. You can be an Aquarius, Libra, or Gemini, or the person on your mind could be Aquarius, Libra, Gemini. Strength also could be representational of the Leo, but it don't have that traditional on there, okay? Then it said the Two of Swords, and I feel like I am Zen, so fuck off. Bro, these folks is wild on the card. This shit say, I am Zen, so fuck off. And I feel like that's where you at with the Two of Swords. So that it's making you block. like you blocking it. You making a conscious decision to like block it off. You know what I'm saying? And this is where we have the choice to be like, okay, I'm just gonna be single, you know, and that's like you saying, okay, I'm not gonna settle. I'm not gonna keep making, you know, those, you know, patterns, because I'm getting patterns. It's something that you repeatedly do. You got a type that you kind of always run back to, a type of person, but it's like every time you run back to that type, you kind of still left empty-handed. And this is where the problem is coming in at in general. And this is why that game over card came. And then the hangman, but the hangman came out in the reverse. And that's a good thing. So where this person or this situation, because you was attached to people, places, and things, and I'm getting a more so specific energy that was really more so holding you up. And I'm glad that the hangman came out in reverse. The reason why, because if it was an upright, that means that you still bullshitting. That means that you still in stagnant energy. That means that you could be still choosing to stay attached to a toxic situation that don't resonate with you. But because it came out like this means that that stagnant energy, you being blocked out, or this person, because when I'm looking at that Two of Swords, I'm not looking at the Two of Swords as in to say it's a means for you to have to make a decision. I'm actually picking up that you made the decision. That's really what I'm getting. But what I'm saying is, if this person thinks that they're going to continuously hold you up for what your destiny is, what's destined for you to have, which is this luxurious life, they got another thing coming. If they think they're going to keep holding you up from what you got to do. Okay, and I'm getting it. And I feel like that this why we got this now, where that toxic love was meant to be a roadblock, because it was toxic love that was meant to be a roadblock. This was what was blocking you. Now, if this card had came out with this in the upright, then we would have a problem, because then that would be you constantly making a decision to stay attached to people, places, and things, specific person, because I'm not getting to multiple people, but you know, I'm getting that you could have went through a lot of shit. But what I'm trying to say is that would mean that you would be making a conscious decision to stay stuck and stagnant with a person. But I'm really, really grateful for you, and I'm glad the universe is blessing you at this time, because it came out in the reverse, which means they're not going to keep holding you up from their forward movement. They're not going to keep holding you up from your expansionary process. And this energy vampire, where is he? I might just set him to the side. This energy vampire that you have finally closed the door on, that you have finally said, okay, game over, I'm not playing with you no more, that you have finally decided to go forward and move forward past them. You made a conscious decision to get away from that, okay? So I'm not seeing it, but I am saying that, you know, when I see this Two of Swords, it's like, I'm putting love in the back seat. I'm not saying that you don't want love. Nothing is wrong with wanting love. Ain't nothing. That's beautiful. That's a beautiful thing. That's not what I'm saying. But what I'm saying is, you like, well, I'm gonna put what is that song? What is that song? It was damn, what is his name? The one that always make people cry. He always make people cry, but he a rapper. What is his name? Damn, what is his name? The big dude. I can't think of his name, but if y'all know, tell me. But it's like it was like my mama said, I always wear my heart on my sleeve. That's the song. It says heart been broke so many times, I don't know what to believe. That's the song that I'm getting. That's what Rod Wave, yeah. But yeah, that's literally, and I feel like that song could resonate with a lot of my collective for this particular reading or whatever. But it's like, heart been broke so many times, I don't know what to believe. Yeah, that's the song. That's kind of like what I'm getting with it, because you like, damn, hell nah, I'm gonna choose myself finally. Thank you, appreciate that. I could not remember the name of that song when he slipped my mind, but he make people cry. People say he make people cry and depressed. I don't know. Some people, Four of Pentacles, right? Because see, Four of Pentacles, see, you let that shit go. Four of Pentacles came out in the reverse. You let that go. Like, or I'm really getting this already happened. So for the collective that I'm talking to, you already have initially made the decision to let it go. Like, you letting it go and letting God do what they do. And this is this divine timing card. Where is it? I got so many cards out here. Where is that divine timing card? Yeah, but what I'm trying to say is, yeah, I can take this though, because it's similar, but it say breaking cycle. So you just chose to let that shit go. You know what I'm saying? With that Four of Pentacles energy, you're not holding on to it. You're not investing in it, energetically speaking. You're not putting emotional, mental, physical, nor spiritual energy in this no more. Because for the collective that I'm talking about, because you finally chose yourself, this is why the universe is settling the score for you. Because that's that divine timing card. They're settling the score for you. 18 on the clock when I said that. But let's get some more energy before I close out. Five of Cups. Yeah, and it's like, I'm not finna keep feeling. When I see this Five of Cups come out of reverse, it's like, remember when I said that you was fucked up about it, but you didn't choose to let it basically keep you from moving forward, energetically speaking, physically, mentally, spiritually. Like, yeah, you took it on the chin, like it was a loss. Yeah, you cried, you lost sleep, you was fucked up about it. I ain't saying you weren't fucked up about it, but what I'm saying is you ain't finna be around this motherfucker crying. And because you weren't around this motherfucker crying, you decided to work on this, self-made, working on yourself. You got the status upgrade coming up. That's coming up. Not only do you got the status upgrade coming up, you got the hangman in reverse, so no more blockages. You got the game over card that's coming on. You done closed out the cycle with this person. We also have you not dealing with the energy vampire no more. And it's like you not holding on to shit that don't resonate with you. Why? Because you breaking a cycle. You could be choosing to make a different decision when it comes to dealing with people too. Like you could, because remember when I made a lot of these, when I said and I made the statement, you dealt with toxic people that broke promises. I'm really getting individual, but what I'm saying is it could have been multiples. You know, you dealt with people that broke promises and shit. You know, this what you dealt with. This is the shit that you dealt with. So it's like, no, I'm good. I'm fucked up about it, but I ain't finna be down on my luck. So basically, you just chose not to be a victim. You know what I'm saying? And for a lot of my feminine collective, this is why you're being blessed with this luxurious life. You know what I'm saying? Like that's why you being blessed with that energy. And also, you got triggered. You got fucked up. This cloud chaser, he kind of messed you up. This person that was behind the mask plan coming to you just because of your like who you are as a person, coming in with commitment issues, coming in with red flags, things of that nature, triggering you, being an energy vampire. You just chose to not be a victim, and I feel like I really mess with that. So I really want to just say shout out to all of the feminists who this resonate with. And then we got the Three of Pentacles in reverse. You're not even gonna keep it. You're not even finna work with this person. And so we got Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, a lot of Pentacle energy, a lot of money. You're not even finna keep. It's like an empty investment. Like I'm getting Seven of Pentacles, Eight of Pentacles, but I'm getting in a reverse. So with the Three of Pentacles coming out, you're not even going to associate yourself. You done got over it. You done ascended past so much. You're not even going to associate yourself with nobody who's not even on your same level. Because I'm just getting there for you. The people I'm talking to, you like, okay, well, it's time out for that. I can't even associate myself with whatever is less than me, whatever don't resonate with me, or whatever ain't giving me my problems, whatever ain't recognizing me for who I am. If you don't give me my, you know what I'm saying, if you don't give me my flowers, I'm gonna give it to myself. You know what I'm saying? And that's why we got that self-made energy. You know what I'm saying? But I feel like it took you some time to gain that, you know, because that strength card came out. Look, that strength card came out. When that strength card came out, it came out. It did. Where is it? Let me see. Is this the strength? I think this was the strength. Yeah. So yeah, you like, damn, fuck it. Yeah, I'm through it. I'm good. I ain't gonna, cause I ain't gonna show that, cause they real heavy on the, like, just looking crazy as hell. But it say strength. You overcome those challenges and obstacles, collective. Let's see whatever type of energy we got before I close out for my beautiful, beautiful collective. And I hope this reading resonate with more than not. The Star, yeah, whatever. And you just refuse to let, like, you're not finna Exactly. So I feel like that's exactly you. Exactly. So this is the Star card as well. So with the Star card coming out in the reverse, I feel like it's like it's time out for that. If this person, because that strip card with the star really not treating you the way you needed to be treated, and with it coming out like that, it took you a lot because you found yourself settling. So I'm getting that the settling energy is something that's in the past also, and like you're not finna keep taking these lots with Ten of Pentacles. This is the person that could be potentially trying to come in with this love bombing energy. I'm really just getting like this more so them Ten of Pentacles, you know what I'm saying, or they were trying to really, I'm getting that this person was kind of like a test. And I've been saying that the whole reading, but this was just a test, you know what I'm saying, to see if you really got it this time. Eight of Pentacles. Remember when I was saying it was like that when the Four of Pentacles card was coming in, and I was saying it was like that you was investing in and putting energy in the situation, and it was like it just really wasn't giving you your due, you know what I'm saying? So that's pretty much what's going on with that. And then we got the Eight of Swords, you know, and it's like, damn, and now this person is kind of left to be in their head because they didn't come in with positive intentions anyway. They never came in with positive intentions. They never came in with positive intentions. And that's why I feel like that's why I say that this reading is really like the universe settling old scores. You know what I'm saying? Remember when I just said the Seven of Pentacles and the Eight of Pentacles in a reverse? When that Four of Pentacles in a reverse came out and I said that you're even through investing and working with this person, then that Three of Pentacles card came out. You're not doing none of that shit. Like if it don't resonate with you, and I feel like the person was coming in half stepping anyway. This cloud chaser, this person that was initially a trigger and an energy vampire to you, They was coming in bullshit anyway. They wasn't even coming in no sincere energy and whatever. And I feel like this is where they was thinking that they was getting over, but not. They ain't getting off. They ain't, the universe ain't letting that go. The universe settling all your old scores. They ain't getting away with that. They ain't getting away with that at all. So even if you are completely in no communication with this person in general, then that's just what it is. And I feel like you ain't even curious about what's going on with this person. But I'm still getting energy around. You can expect for them to try to reach out. But I do pick up that from my collective who I'm talking about. Even if this person reach out, I do see where you still gonna keep them boundaries intact. Okay, keep that boundary intact, and I feel like that's what you're gonna do. And I feel like because I feel like initially this person that was just coming to you, they was just really blocking you from your destiny. I'm really getting blocking you from what was destined for you to have anyway. Really, just a distraction. If you just want to be honest, you know what I'm saying. And that's why I say you successfully overcame the trials and tribulations that you experienced in this connection with this person. Is basically what I'm getting with that. And then we got the Four of Swords, and I feel like now with that coming out, you just choosing to meditate, focus on self, and establish yourself more. And this is why we have that situationally single card that came out. And then also we have, and then you're choosing to be in a Nine of Pentacles in the upright, which means that you're choosing to live an independent life, which is also hence the reason why the situationally single card came out. And this person that was in King of Swords energy, always coming in manipulative and not trying to really tell you the truth about what was going on, not really all in control. And I feel like that the moment that you kind of detach your energy from this person, they lost control more. Seven of Cups and whatever. And they was thinking that they had an option until you alleviated yourself as being an option. Because as I'm pulling these, you alleviated that possibility. Like, and since you can't seem to get your shit together, since you got commitment issues, let me make the choice for you. And you did that. You know what I'm saying? And so then we have the Judgment, and they're under scrutiny right now. That's why I say the universe is settling old scores. The universe is settling old scores. And that's why we have the Ten of Wands that came out in reverse, because you're choosing to put that burden down in general with the Page of Pentacles in the reverse. And you're choosing, and this person is stuck, okay? And I feel like they just came in with no direction, because with that card coming out in the reverse, they just came in with no fucking direction, not really knowing what to do. Okay, collective, let's see. And that's what it is. So look, that's what I have for you guys. So boom, I hope that y'all enjoyed this reading. If y'all don't catch it now, y'all catch it later, because I'm definitely finna make it public. But y'all have a great day. Empress Matt out. Bye.